Hi, it's Pippa from The Advantage here again, special support services for girls and women with ADHD. So I wanted to ask tonight if any of these things sort of strike a chord with you. When you are successful, you don't believe that it was any way connected to your strengths, to your talents, to your energy. Instead, you're much more likely to put it down to luck, a fluke, some sort of random accident, something like that. When you are successful, instead of basking in the glory of the success, you find the one tiny thing that didn't go quite right, and you dwell on that. You never pause to celebrate anyway, because what's the point of that? You've got to move on to the next thing to make sure that you can maintain this level of achievement, accomplishment. That when anyone praises you for your success, you brush it off and think to yourself, well, you know, they have to say that. They're just being kind, just being nice. They don't know what they're talking about. You don't internalize the praise that they're giving you. And you are forever comparing yourself to other people, imagining that they are doing it better, faster, more successfully than you. So all of those things are connected to something called imposter syndrome. And imposter syndrome is not unique to people with ADHD. About 70% of human beings experience imposter syndrome. But what I would say is probably 100% of ADHDers do. And that is because of our struggles with executive function, organisation, focus, emotional regulation, managing our time and so on. Because of all of that, our feelings of being an imposter are magnified, because we are living in this heightened state, wondering basically, when are we going to get found out? When are they going to realise, actually, I'm not the teacher they thought I was or that I should be? When are they going to realise that I'm not the mum that they think I am? When are they going to realise that I'm not the partner, girlfriend, wife that they wanted, that they deserved, that they needed, something like that? We're always feeling as if we are, I don't know, living in a sort of borrowed time or in someone else's place, and that at any moment it will be discovered and we will be kicked out to the back of the queue, out of the party, to where we belong, in fact, because we are an imposter after all. So basically, what we need to do to combat this is to change the way we think, which I obviously realise is incredibly hard. It takes a massive effort and act of faith to change the way that we think, but we have to in order to overcome this. So one thing that would be useful is to act in the role that you aspire to. You act like that person, and over time you will learn to believe it yourself and become it authentically yourself. That is something you can do. So acting as if you are a great teacher, a super trainer, an amazing friend, acting as if, and then over time you will be that thing, and you won't be able to doubt it anymore. We also must acknowledge and celebrate our strengths, because we have plenty. We have energy, we have creativity, we have compassion, we have tremendous capacity to solve problems. And we need to focus on those things, not on the things that we don't do so well, because nobody's perfect, right? No one is the whole package. No one has everything. But we bring plenty to the party, and we need to own those things. We need to embrace those things. We need to talk about those things. We need to talk about them in a professional capacity. We need to talk about them in our relationships with our friends, with our partners, with our families. We need to own them, own our strengths, and accept that we are enough as we are. We don't have to be perfect. No one is perfect. That's not what is required. All that is required is that you are the best that you can be, and you live up to your tremendous potential. So I'm not going to talk at length about the other things you can do. Instead, I'm going to post an article in the notes below this video. There is a very accomplished woman called Dr. Valerie Young who does a TED talk on imposter syndrome, and there's an article as well by her which I think is really well worth a read, and it also means I can keep my video, well, to under 5.5 minutes. So bravo Pippa, well done.